Scots and Soul.
Build this network on Scots with
Soul.
Yo, what's happening, folks, and welcome back to Indie Scots podcast, the Scots with Soul podcast. It's week 67 this week, and this week we have an empty camera space because Kaos Monkey's cousin threw his camera at the wall.
Hi guys.
And we have Absolute Scottish as well. I've just realised I pointed in the complete wrong direction. I've not done that in a while. Absolute Scottish is over here. How are you doing, son?
I know about yourself.
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. Where's that sneaky picture? Ding.
I like how you ask everybody how you are, but nobody ever asks you back. So you know.
Because I don't like it. Because see, if everybody done it, then I'd have to answer that question 3 times at the start of every podcast. And SquareGo Gamers is with us as well. How you doing, dude?
Not too bad, thanks.
Good shit. Right, we'll get started on our first topic this week then. The Chernobyl Spirit Company are now producing a new vodka called the Atomic Vodka, and it's made exclusively in the Chernobyl exclusive zone. I think that's pretty fucking dang cool. Like, it's in the Chernobyl exclusion zone. I'll bring it up. I'll bring the article up and have a look at it.
Do you think you get a gig? Is it a Giger counter or something like that? Like you just put it towards it, just goes.
I think it's going to have been like filtered and stuff like that. They'll not be able to sell it to the public if it's fucking radioactive, even in the slightest. Do you know what I mean? So, like,
I think the whole concept behind it is to help people who live near that area to try and get their lives back on track.
Give them something to do, give them something to be proud of the country they live in and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Because one thing like people don't realise about Chernobyl, see if you're like, I know yous aren't Civ players, right? But see if, like, I like to think of things in terms of Civ, and see Chernobyl, it was one of the fucking most fertile places on the fucking planet. Do you know what I mean? It was so fertile, like the amount of crops you could grow in Chernobyl and places like that. Like, those areas in the world, man, like, fucking, they're so productive. And then you've got this big 200 square mile exclusion zone now in one of the most productive areas of the world. That's why Chernobyl was such a disaster. Do you know what I mean? Because you don't hear about the other one. I can't even remember the other one's name. They've got Russia's got a city that's literally, people are born and die in that city. The life expectancy is 43 years old. And it's because when the Russians first stole the technology and nuclear physics for the Americans, they didn't know what they were doing. And they built these nuclear power plants way up in the Siberian.
Pripyat, was it?
No, Pripyat's a Chernobyl city. That's the main city in Chernobyl. I'll try and find it. But
people are still going to try and get their hands on it. No matter what.
Yeah.
They're still going to try and get their hands on it.
Yeah, I feel like it would just become a collector's item.
Yeah.
And they even call it, it's their City 40 they call it, but it's got another name. I can't remember, it doesn't say its other name here, but City 40 is the name it gets called, right? And it's out in the Siberian wilderness. And when the Russians basically see all the nuclear waste they had, see how the fuel rods, the way that they need to be stored in a very specific way to keep them safe. Do you know what I mean? The Russians didn't know what they were doing, and they let all this nuclear waste out into the lakes that were nearby. And it get into the drinking water, and all the people get completely irradiated. Like, over 1 million people get fucking irradiated, and those people now live in City 40, and they have kids in this irradiated place that are born into radiation for radiated parents, and this city's just basically left up there, and nobody knows about it, and Russia's leaving it to die.
I'm triggered by this story.
How?
The pictures trigger me. They spelt it with a K, not a C.
What's
that
this?
Triggers me so much.
What, Chernobyl with a K?
No, Atomic.
The Atomic.
Oh, right.
That triggers me so much.
I really want to figure out the name of that other city, man.
What you said it was called? Town 40 or whatever?
City 40.
City 40.
In Russia, right? It's amazing how I had the Atomic Vodka story and now we're on to this, man.
Here we go. Oziorsk.
I think it begins with a K, the name, to be honest, man.
Well, it says like Oziorsk, Here we go.
Lake Karachai. That's it. Lake
Okay.
Karachai. That's the fucking name of it. Like, they literally had to put fucking concrete over this lake and all that. Sometimes spelled as Karachai or Karachaj. Small lake in southern Yunnan Mountains in central Russia. Starting the Soviet Union used Karachai as a dumping site for radioactive waste from Mayak, the nearby nuclear waste storage and reprocessing facility. Located near the town of Orzovsk, you're right, it was that, aye. Then called Cherbulinsk 40. Today, as the lake is completely infilled, acting as a near-surface permanent and dry nuclear waste storage facility. See, they're not even telling you about the people that live in the fucking city. Do you know what I mean? It was literally something. I think it was on Vice that I first found out about that. But aye, we'll go back to the atomic vodka story, right. So April marked the 33rd anniversary of Chernobyl's nuclear disaster after the 1986 explosion, which released untold amounts of radioactive material across the continent. A 1,000 square mile exclusions, it's 1,000 square mile, fucking hell, around the Chernobyl plant was established to mark the region deemed as too radioactive for habitation. Consequently, thousands were evacuated and what was once a functional satellite city became a ghost town. According to the BBC, however, this town might be back in business with the advent of the artisan vodka made right where the disaster occurred. The ominously named atomic vodka, with a K, absolute Scottish, is made with grain and water grown in the very zone once evacuated for its radiation levels, and has become the first consumer product to hail from the abandoned region since the disaster. Now, I've only got one question for you, what I've read there. How do you grow water? Grain and water grown, like how do you grow the water?
I'm guessing it's the grain.
Yeah, grain.
I know.
The grain grown from the water in Chernobyl, I'd imagine.
Unless someone peas and then you just go that, we'll just grow water from that. It'll be fine, lads. You know, done it once before.
The vodka is a product of the Chernobyl Spirit Company, which is a part of a long-standing project led by Professor Jim Smith of the UK's University of Portsmouth. His project has since the 90s looked into the transfer of radioactivity to crops grown in the Chernobyl exclusion zone. The business has so far developed one finished bottle, which is by all accounts safe to drink. So there's one bottle. It's the only bottle in existence, says Smith. I tremble when I pick it up. As far as experts at Southampton University can tell, the final product is absolutely safe. Everything was below their limit of detection, Smith assured. So does that mean that we need to make better detectors, or that it's radioactive?
I think there's so little radioactivity in the bottle that it doesn't even register on a Geiger counter, therefore it's safe to drink.
This is no more radioactive than any other vodka, said Smith. Any chemist will tell you when you distill something, impurities stay in the waste product. So we took rye that was slightly contaminated in the water from the Chernobyl aquifer and we distilled it. Smith and his colleagues plan to reintroduce the profits made from atomic vodka into local communities whose livelihoods were destroyed with the explosion, obviously. As one of the founding members of the nascent Chernobyl Spirit Company, Dr. Gennady Laptev of the Ukrainian Hydrometeorological Institute in Kiev is the most enthusiastic about what the liquor means for the region as a whole. So they look as if they're quite happy with it.
And seems to be.
And it seems above board.
Whether it's something they could actually like upkeep, or if it's just going to be like a limited edition, very rare bottle of vodka.
I think they'll make more of it, but I don't think it'll like start appearing in the shops in massive quantities and stuff because because like even if the end product is radiation free, like if you're having to put farmers into work that stuff, they're getting radiated. Do you know what I mean? So like it must be done with like automated machines and stuff, and do you know what I mean? Like. But it's pretty cool. I like how like it's one of those proof of concept things, ain't it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like we fucked up. We made this big bad mistake in 1986, but we can still do stuff with it. Do you know what I mean? It's not completely fucked, and like we need to do more stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Like start bringing let's put just solar panels all over the desert. Do you know what I mean? Like, see all this useless land we've got? Let's use it, man. It's 2019, for fuck's sake. Do you know
That's like cars by this point.
Exactly, mate. We should have fucking flying cars by this point.
They've actually made a website for it. They've actually got a full-on website.
Of course they do. Everything's got a website.
I thought you meant like the solar power panels in the desert and everything. I went, well, that's a bit weird, isn't it?
Have you ever heard about the Seville solar towers?
No.
There's these solar towers in Seville. Hold on, I'll bring an article up about it. But Seville, I can't type right and talk at the same. I'm talking about something different, right? Solar towers. Right, here's the Seville solar towers, right? But they're basically like, they use solar panels. No solar panels, sorry, I'm incorrect there, it's no solar panels. What they use is bunch of mirrors, right? See all this stuff out here? All these mirrors are all pointed towards this tower, right? Can't remember what the tower's made out of exactly, but it's made out of like ceramics and stuff that conduct heat really well. And there's a good picture of it, right? And basically, they run water up the tower, and the rays of light heat the tower and turn the water to steam, and then they run steam turbines off it.
That picture looks like it's singing hallelujah to me.
Yeah, but that's why it's so dangerous, mate. See, birds have flew through it and been like cooked like a chicken. Bum, fell to the floor, fucking perfectly cooked. When cunts find it, they're fucking eating it. Do you know what I mean? That looks too
Do you
good.
think there's people like with dinner plates just going, here we go, and they're all like running to the fucking bird and going, come on.
But it's a good idea. It was a good stepping stone, but the Seville solar tower basically proved that it's no viable. It doesn't create enough energy for the space. Like, if you had to do that area with solar panels, you'd get like 6 times the amount of energy or something as you do for the steel turbines. Yeah. So, like, birds are the biggest problems for mirrors and solar power, because they shit away the stuff. Do you know what I mean? You've got to go out and clean it. If you've got half your solar voltaic panel fucking covered in bird shite, then you're fucking, it's not going to be working.
At this point, bird carcasses.
Mm-hmm. Do you know something I found out that was cool about bird shite? See, no, mate, right.
Oh, here we go.
I think it was Chile, right? Chile, the South American country. They got fucking, basically, see when the Europeans found them, the Europeans went after, they were gone mental because they had bird shite everywhere. Completely untapped bird shite. They call it guano, right? And do you know what? But bird shite is one of the chief fucking places that you get niter from. And niter is what you used to make black powder. Bird shite made black powder? Like, found that out this week. What the
You're
fuck?
so happy about that. You're so easily sidetracked.
I couldn't believe it, man. I was like, man, fucking bird shite was one of the main ingredients for black powder and flintlock guns and all that. Like, holy shit. Oh, man. But we get a wee bit sidetracked. How did we end up with atomic vodka to bird shite making flintlock pistols?
I stopped asking questions a long time ago.
Yeah, on the Atomic website, they're saying, we try to read all inquiries, but at the moment we're mostly doing the Atomic project in our spare time, so we can't promise to answer all of them. Please note that we can't sell you any Atomic, nor can we take pre-orders. Sorry.
Just, you need to send them a message.
Experiment.
You need to send them a message, Absolute Scottish. Can you change the K to a C so as they can add to that? And no, we're not changing it. We're not changing the K. Get up, yeah.
I'm literally sending an email right now.
I'm surprised you're not like. I'm surprised you're not going at me because I've spelled my whole name wrong anyway. Chaos Monkey and everyone. I'm surprised you're not going, that's not how you spell Chaos. That's not how you spell Monkey.
That's because I'm used to it.
But seriously, Absolute Scottish, man. See, whenever you're asking somebody, like in an email, whenever you send a CV or that, you should just be like that. And here's a picture of me when I was 9. And just put that in
Oh
with
my
it, man,
God.
right? Because they'll just be like, oh, he was such a cute kid, man. He must be cool, man. Like, oh my God.
That's the saving grace.
It doesn't matter about your fucking, like, your exam results or anything like that. Just, here's a picture of me when I was 9. Oh, right. Any of you get anything you want to talk about? I've got a few subjects that we could go to.
If I could very quickly take another week to talk about EA, the gaming company, because fuck them.
Yes, fuck you.
Yeah.
What have they done now? Well, NBA 2K20 had its release trailer, and basically included in this trailer they had slot machines, pachinko machines, and loot box element gambling all in this game, and they've somehow found a way to fucking get away with it. And it's the most downvoted video in history, like, I've ever seen.
You get a link
How did they
for
get
it?
away with it?
Give me 2 seconds. I think they did for a while. They took it off of YouTube because it was getting that much hate. Give me 2 seconds. NBA.
You wouldn't take something off of YouTube if it was getting that much liked. Do you know what I mean? It's like, just because people are hating your shit doesn't mean you need to take it away. Like, people like something to hate. You know
Right,
what I
so
mean?
right now, it has 161 likes. Like, this is likes, 161, and 7.8 thousand dislikes.
Yes. And hey,
Right,
Epic
so,
Doom, how you doing, man? We're all good tonight.
That is there in the link. So I will let you have a wee look at that.
Here we go, man.
So please bear in mind that this is all microtransactions and loot boxes.
Wait, I think I heard about this. Aye.
This is absolutely.
So you'll get 3 seconds of like basketball, but then gotta go back to the essentially FIFA Ultimate Team, but for basketball. But it gets worse.
Why are they doing this then? It makes no utter sense.
Did he
Because
just evolve that like a fucking
They
Pokemon?
they just had to see how far they could get away with this, like how far they could take it. Like, there's no excuse for this whatsoever. They just wanted to see what they could. Like, there's the pachinko machines.
What the hell? Do you control the ball at all, or is it just
No, this is him just like the whole point is to try and entice you to like.
It did look like you were controlling the ball.
Yeah.
And look, fucking.
That was a
one-arm
slot
bandits.
machine.
That was literal. You pull the lever, one-arm bandit gambling machines, and prize wheels.
What the hell?
So this is this has been EA's big uphill battle just now, and I don't know what's happening with it. Actual fucking slot machines, yeah. Like, there's no subtlety here whatsoever anywhere.
There's so little basketball on show.
No, it's not.
It's all cards. It's all fucking people reacting to fucking getting something out of pack. That's what that fucking ad. That's what that was there. It was pretty much fucking like going for a cut of fucking just people going yay.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Like, I see your point, James. Fucking hell.
Oh, what makes this even better, just to really get a grasp on how up the fucking chain this is, the ESRB that rates all our games, this is rated 3+.
Oh no.
What? So they're going to give that to kids?
Right? Here's the best part. Pokemon Yellow and Blue, because they've got a gambling mechanic in their game, is rated 12+.
That's
Right. I can kind of understand that.
I don't fucking get it. If you can tell me, please do.
No, I don't mean that. I mean like how they've upped the age, if you know what I mean, instead of being 3 and stuff like that. If you know
It's
what I mean.
Pokemon.
Yes, I know.
There is no defending this. I'm sorry.
It's
There's
just
not.
I'm not
it's
defending.
it's capitalism. And just, you know what I mean? It's just pure fucking shameless capitalism. That's all it is. It's like they're getting it to Wayne's, man. Like, holy fuck. Let's get kids. Let's ask kids, what do you want to be when you're older? What mundane job do you want to work 9 to 5 when you're older? And then get them in the same mind frame that they'll fucking throw all those wages a fucking way at a slot machine. Like, Fuck you, EA. Fuck you, EA. Fuck you in your arsehole. Fucking hell, man. Like, that is terrible. How are they getting away with that?
I don't know. I honestly, and what makes it worse is the head of FIFA, who like the head manager of that game, is now in charge of most of EA's IPs now. So it's in charge of NBA, it's in charge of all this shit now. So he's going to try and implement
Ladbrokes' new NBA game looks nice, Viper says.
So that kind of FIFA Ultimate Team mechanic is he's going to try and put into all his other games now. So this is the downward spiral now. This is what EA is about now.
Like, I'll tell you why I stopped playing FIFA, right? I stopped playing FIFA in 2015, FIFA 15, because I didn't play FIFA 16. Because when FIFA 16 came out, EA found out how they could do away with those coin websites. Remember those like coin websites? Remember when FIFA Ultimate Team came out? FIFA 14 and 15 and stuff, there was coin websites and you could go on and you could buy 1 million FIFA coins for a couple of quid. And that means you could fill out your FIFA Ultimate Team. RNG wasn't really a problem because you could buy enough coins that you could go into the transfer market and buy the fucking players outright. Do you know what I mean? Like you could just go, that's the guy I want, I'm going to buy him. That's the guy I want, I'm going to buy him, rather than going through all the RNG shit, right? That's why I liked Ultimate Team. Now, I was addicted to it, and I did like opening packs. It is addictive, they know it's addictive, right? But see when FIFA 16 came out, and the coins were done away with, and like you find yourself like looking at the pack, looking at that 30 quid price tag going, just buy it, you might get that guy. See, when I had that thought, that's when I turned FIFA off and I ripped the fucking disc at the PlayStation and snapped it. I was like, at least that's only 40 quid I've fucking wasted. Do you know what I mean? Like, think about how much money you could end up
There's a legitimate argument. Sorry.
Oh, on you go. I was finished.
I was going to say, there's a legitimate argument nowadays that they've got in games that they shouldn't be charging like the $60 price tag anymore. Like, it should...
Like,
I don't know.
I don't know how I fall on that, right? Because like games were 60 quid, 50, 60 quid back when the Mega Drive was out, right? And like, think of how far games have come, right? How much money's spent on games nowadays and the price hasn't changed. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how they're managing, just like, think of the Ori inflation. 50 quid can't buy you as much groceries as it could in 1995, but it can still buy you one video game. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know where I fall on it. And then you've got this new Xbox Game Pass on PC where you can get all the games on fucking the Xbox Game Pass for £2 a month. That's the ultimate fucking membership. You can get the normal membership for £1, which is what I'm going to do tomorrow. And then I'm going to be playing fucking Gears. I don't know. I don't have the fucking 50 quid for Gears. And then Yaldi told me I could get it for £1. Like, holy shit, man. So it's like, how
do you beat that?
How as a game developer do you beat that? Do you know what I mean?
I heard that the whole like Game Pass thing is only for like, it's going to be cheap for like, I think the first year. And then they're gonna.
It's the first. I think it's the first 3 months cost you the £1 or the £2, whatever it is you went on. And then after that, it goes up. It doubles the price. So if you were on the £1 one, it's now £2. If you're on the £2, it was £4, and that's the eventual price. So it's really £4 a month for all the games. Do you know what I mean?
It is unreal.
Like
That's still the price of a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I've never had an Xbox, right? So I think you're like. For £4 a month, I get to play all the games I've never played that came out for Xbox. Fucking yes. Excellent, man. But let's say hello to chat. How you doing, Catphone? How you doing, Chaos Monkey? Fucking in chat. How you doing, Eleanor Louise? And Epic Doom. And that's everybody. Viper's there as well.
Viper, yeah.
Insert me talking about OW loot box addiction. OW? It's Overwatch, right? Okay.
OW?
I don't play Overwatch, right? I was the guy that fucking was right into Battleborn. You don't even know what Battleborn is.
Yes,
Battleborn was the fucking competitor to Overwatch, and I fucking loved it, and I hated Overwatch, man.
The problem is Overwatch just got so popular that nothing else had a look at, even if Battleborn was a damn good game.
Battleborn's the more strategically minded game. It takes more thought to play it. It's harder. Do you know what I mean? Whereas Overwatch is a much more accessible. I think Overwatch is just a much more accessible version of Battleborn, in my opinion.
It's like COD versus Battlefield.
Yeah, true.
Well, aye, but Battlefield has always been the PC game, and COD has always been the console game. That's the difference there. Do you know what I mean? Like, Battlefield has always been the PC game. PC players that like a shooter, they play Battlefield. Do you know what I mean? Because it's big, massive. Do you know what I mean? Because as a master racer, there's so much you get to go, I play Battlefield on my fucking mega PC. Do you know what I mean? I can see that guy's mustache from 4,000 feet away.
I can clip him right in the balls with this sniper rifle, but I'm going to do it with this pistol.
Exactly. You know how the master race are. So fucking, but I like how EA, man, like with the EU introducing all these new laws and stuff like that. Like, obviously America's not as bad on gambling as the rest of the world, but like, holy shit, man, like they're giving that game to 3-year-olds. That's
stuff like Grand Theft Auto has been banned in so many countries because of its new DLC, the casino DLC.
Yeah.
Because technically it's not real gambling because you're spending money to get in-game currency, which you're spending in this casino. So technically, it's not gambling.
Epic Doom says there in chat, I tried Paladins, but Overwatch was just way more polished. Did you try Paladins, James?
I didn't know.
James, Paladins is fucking bad. Paladins is just another Battleborn with different characters, man. It's free. It's free to play on Steam. If you want to get it, I'll play it with you, man. Nice. It's fucking brilliant.
I know my girlfriend's got it on Nintendo Switch, and she's like, "Oh, you should play Paladins." I'm like,
Paladins is a shit ton of fun, man. There's the wee Scottish guy in that, and man, it's brilliant.
Chat, by the way.
I've just gotten Monster Hunter World, and I'm right into that now.
Don't name and shame your girlfriend, man.
I'm not. I'm just saying, she kind of knows how to beat someone up.
Hi, Epic Doom, Chaos Monkey's girlfriend.
Shut up. Hi, Elaine, I'm cheating on you with Epic Doom.
Right, we'll go for a subject switch.
Oh, there we go. She's actually just commented as well.
I have Paladins on the PC. It's really good. It's a really good game. I had it on PlayStation and played it with my pals and that, but they all stopped playing it when Destiny got good again. So let's talk about the free games this month, seeing as how we're on the subject of games. The free PSN games this month are Batman Arkham Knight, which is a pretty good one if you like the Batman games. I don't, because I really feel like you're playing the Batman games like, I just want to punch people, but you can't go faster than this. That's what the Batman games are, man. It's like triangle, square, triangle, and you're like, because that's what they call it. They call it a rhythm action game. So you've got to get the rhythm.
FIFA? That's the same game. So
feel like my music teacher playing Batman. Rock your socks around
if
the
you're gonna
clock.
play a rhythm game, I'd play Cryptid the Necrodancer.
I've never heard of that, but it sounds good. It sounds like it sounds off like Castlevania.
It's like it's a dungeon crawler, but you can only move and attack and everything else in time to the rhythm of the beat.
Oh, right, so it's like a mad sick dubstep beat. Wow.
It's really cool. So, like, say for example, the beat's like, you can only move on the bass beat, so it's left, down. It's actually really fun.
What's it called again?
Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Right, cool. I did remember it.
Not to be confused with Twitch signs.
So, Batman Arkham Knight and Darksiders 3. The Darksiders games have always had good reviews and stuff. I've never actually played them, but Darksiders 3 is... what, have you played them?
I love them.
I like them. I wasn't a massive fan of Arkham Knight, though, because the Batmobile mechanics were a bit shit.
See, Arkham Knight's the one I've not played.
Oh,
Because
the trailer I've just put in the chat is Crypt of the Necrodancer, if you want to have a look at that.
cool. Because what's the Arkham Knight? Is that the third one?
Yeah.
Technically third, but also fourth because Arkham Origins as well.
Yeah,
Right,
but we
okay.
don't talk about that shit.
It wasn't that bad. It
Right,
just
let's
got
have a wee
banged.
look at Crypt of the Necrodancer. It did start with some dubstep, yes.
My God, Link's changed.
Even that does look good.
Now dance.
I think Yaldi's played that. I think I've seen Yaldi play this.
Oh, you fight back. You think you can defeat me?
I
They
do.
get Crisp's
I
Chaos.
will.
Sorry, I don't mean to.
No,
They're
it's-
village.
I just dare you that.
Yeah, I'm just there trying to be as quiet as possible can.
Sorry, there's no dialogue in this anyway.
You will never defeat me.
It's got a very fun soundtrack as well. Like, see that opera guy there going. That's why these songs you're sitting playing the game,
that's
pure
why
singing
you
to it.
know
Do you know what I mean?
That's why I've got Twitch muted.
Way, well done. Well done.
And there's a version, sorry, coming out.
There's a version coming out.
There's a version coming out on the Switch for The Legend of Zelda having the same idea. So it's like Legend of the Zelda Crypt of the Necrodancer.
Oh, cool, man.
Is that why I said, is that Legend of Zelda there?
Quite possibly, but this was out a year ago, and they're releasing the Zelda version this year, I think, if it's not already out.
Right, so tell us a wee bit about Darksiders then. About the Darksiders series, because I've not played them.
Oh, you
Me
played
neither.
one of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. So you played Death, Wrath, I think War. That's one. And
Death,
basically,
War, Pestilence and Famine. That's
Aye.
your four horsemen.
Wait, or is it the seven? No. Aye. So basically, it's like the whole world's gone into chaos. So you need to find out like who started it and everything. The gates of the apocalypse have been opened early before the whole due date. Basically, it's all, you need to save the world, even though the world's already shite. Save it. And it's like, all right then.
Save the
It's-
shite
it's really
world. Yes.
Aye.
Like-
It's basically us soon because of global warming.
Then right, okay, it's one of the games. I'll need to download that and play that and enjoy the mess that it
Mark-
probably wears.
Mark Hamill's in it.
Oh, that's the guy who played the Joker, isn't it?
Aye, and Luke Skywalker, you uncultured swine.
I don't like Star Wars. Star Wars is heavy shite. You know,
How did I leave this call?
I really feel like Star Wars is one of the worst productions ever that people have just ate up because it was the first one that had high production in fucking science fiction. That's
You can suck my left foot then.
oh man.
Sorry, I kind of got distracted there by Thunder. It's totally full bombing you.
I know he was. I know.
His tail.
At least he's no fucking bringing his dangly cow person up and fucking it on stream. Usually he's like, Dad's on stream. Time to go fuck the cow on stream. Like that. But Xbox free games this month. The thing I hate about Xbox is the sometimes it's no free for the whole month. Xbox games this month. Xbox One is Hitman Complete First Season. That's the full of September. That's available. Cut it, you dick.
Oh, is that the second game?
That's the second game.
Is
Aye.
that like
We Were Here is the second game. That's from September 15th to October the 13th. Earth Defense Force 2025. That's the game that Yaldi was playing. With all the big fucking, it's like the alien spaceships crash on Earth, man, and big fucking spiders, monsters, and all that come out. It's heavy Japanese and it's really fun. Well worth a
Heavy
download.
Japanese.
It
Yeah,
is
I should
heavy
definitely play that
Japanese,
then,
man.
'cause-
That's all of September, that's available. And then the very last one for Xbox is Tekken Tag Tournament 2. That's for the 16th to the 30th of September, that's available. And everybody
probably
knows
gonna-
that Tekken Tag
Tekken
is
is my
good.
jam.
Tekken
I'm
Tag 2
probably
is
going to
good.
piss everybody off. I've never played a Tekken game, and I feel like Tekken's taking the piss.
That's alright. The Tekken's is, do you know what I mean? And as long as you've played a fighting game, we'll let you off the hook if you say you played like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or something. Do you know what I mean?
Nah.
Maybe even Dead or Alive, because that was like.
Oh, I've been playing Tekken since Tekken 3, Tekken 2 even. I fucking love the Tekken series. Absolutely fucking love it. And I'll fight anyone in that game.
I'll fight you.
Fucking morning.
I'll fight you fucking hard, bastard. And the last one is Epic Games. These free games is The End Is Nigh for September 5th to the 12th. And Connie Rayman.
Sorry, were you heckling because of the mere mention of Epic Games there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're crap now. All it is Fortnite, and that's it.
No, that's what they're seen for because it's their most popular game. But Epic are doing a lot in the gaming. They're doing a lot in the gaming industry that's going to push the gaming industry in the right fucking direction. Do you know what I mean? Like they're taking on Steam's monopoly. They're fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like they're doing free games every month. Like games, I Steam Day free to play games, but these are games that actually cost money, and they're for. Do you know what I mean? The same way PlayStation that's doing them. Do you know what I mean? So Epic's doing a lot of stuff. We've spoke about a lot of Epic stuff on the podcast, and a lot of it's been really good. Now I've always said I really want to hate Epic for Fortnite, but I can't. I can't. Do you know what I mean? Like I forget
easy.
Fortnite
it's
exists.
Easy to do.
No, it's not because like. For a while, like in the podcast that I hosted, that wasn't totally shite. Epic, absolute Scottish.
Don't put yourself down, man. You need to fucking host podcasts to be in the flow and stuff like that. Did you need the experience, man?
The way I was saying was,
a good laugh.
Epic Games have obviously said that Borderlands 3. The way they were saying it before was they weren't able to pre-install Borderlands 3. If anyone remembers that story. Yeah. They've fixed that. That is now you're going to be able to pre-install Borderlands 3 before midnight on the night it's released.
Good.
So that's been fixed. So as much shit people give Epic Games, they're obviously trying to fix their own problems.
See, I've got a question, right? Does anybody here really want to play Borderlands?
Kind of.
Here's my next question to you then, James. Have you completed all the other Borderlands?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
Yes.
Right. Well, this is what I'm talking about, right? Chaos Monkey. This is what I'm talking about, right? Me and a couple of my pals, we've played the Borderlands games solo, and we enjoyed them. We didn't realise that you could play them with friends, right? And do that whole end game thing. We've never done the end game thing in Borderlands 1 or Borderlands 2. So what we were talking about. Because we played Borderlands 3 at Insomnia, right? And it's just more Borderlands. So it's completely understandable that James wants to get Borderlands when it comes out because you've played the other ones to the death, right? But see, for like me and Chaos Monkey who haven't, what I would suggest is, see when Borderlands 3 comes out, we all play Borderlands 2 and do the end game as a team. And then that'll take us a couple of months. And then Borderlands 3 will be on a sale and we'll pick it up then. Do you know what I mean?
Me and my friends, we were playing Borderlands 2 because he was like, "Oh, it's the better game." I was like, oh, "Okay, then we'll just play it then." And then as we were doing that, we just started. Like he said, "Oh, we'll definitely do it all together." And we
look what he's brung. Look what he's fucking brung the cow. I told you, man. Get the fuck. Sorry, Chaos.
Sorry. And like this person then goes like, "Oh, I've already completed them, already like past level 100 or whatever it was." And we're like, "We're supposed to do it as a team," and like we all fell out over that, and like we just refused to pick it up. And then one of my friends, Chinny, he got so mad at the game, he literally threw his controller, and it just shattered in pieces. And he goes, "I think I need a new controller now." And it's like, "What happened?" And he goes, "I'll send you a picture." Showed us the picture, and he goes, "Borderlands 2 Rage." And I was like, fuck, that was a nice controller as well.
Viper just put in chat there, I can't think the end is nigh, because that's what we were talking about, the free game on Epic, right? He says, I can't think the end is nigh without thinking this.
Fucking love this clip.
I've not seen this.
The end is nigh, the end is nigh. Fucking run away, the end is nigh.
Fucking run away.
The end is nigh. Fucking run away, the end is nigh. The end is nigh.
What am I watching on silence? That's what I want again.
The end is nigh.
I don't know, but it's good.
Ross Twiddell. Ross Twiddell from Cultaholic.
Oh, look, there's a picture of Chernobyl.
The end is nigh, the end is nigh. Get rid away, the end is nigh. The end is nigh, the end is nigh.
Thunder's growling at him. Thunder's growling at him.
Oh.
Right, okay, Thunder, I'll turn it off. Do you know like him?
The end is nigh.
He doesn't like elaborate headgear. He does not like elaborate headgear, man. See things
To be
like
honest,
that.
I'm
That
with
crown must have
Thunder.
been
I
making
hate
him
him.
angry.
Oh my god, that's trippy.
Just a scene to nothing. You're like, oh fuck, here we go.
That's pretty funny, man. But it's like, we're not going to get into the politics debate. We all know how fucked we are with Boris Johnson in number 10, right?
don't
Let's
worry,
just
man.
not get into it, right?
It's just no way.
Like, fucking hell, man. He's like, all I want to say about it is he's like a fucking spoiled child. He's had 3 votes and everybody says no to him, and he's like, I don't want to play anymore. And he's away up talking to his mum.
If I can't play by my rules, I'll fucking break them.
No, like his mum's the queen in this metaphor. Mum, they're not playing nice. Can you shut the shop down? Do you know what I mean? You're like, fuck off, man.
He just goes like, I need new friends, but these are the only friends you have. I don't like them. I want new.
Listen, Boris, you don't get to choose your friends in that big playhouse. Everybody else
friends?
chooses your friends. Right, I said fucking friends, right? Get up, me. Right. Next subject before we get lost in the fucking Boris Johnson hole, right? Do you want to talk about the space hotel or the fact that India failed their moon landing? What do you want to talk about?
I want to hear
We'll
about
go
the
for the
moon
failed
landing.
moon
Yeah.
landing.
Failed moon landing, right? Cool.
He just says we fucked up the moon landing. That's it.
Whoopsie!
Aye, India. This was only on Friday. India, like, did any of you know about this beforehand?
Not a clue, no.
Like, I watched a wee bit of the live stream and stuff. It was actually quite comical at some points. So like, holy shit, what are they doing? They're like, just the rocket's launching right. It's like 2 seconds after launch pad, and it cuts to some guy just on his phone. No, on his own camera. You're like,
Do you think he's there just playing the game and it's like the Lunar Lander 3D and he's just there going, oh, that's a pretty good game. And he looks up and he goes, oh, fuck, I'm broadcasting to everybody.
Right, so here we go, right? India just found its lost Vikram lander on the moon, but it's still got no signal. Communications attempts are underway, right? India's Chandrayaan-2 orbiter circling the moon has spotted the country's lost Vikram lander on the lunar surface. There's still no signal from the lander, according to Indian media reports. Case Even, chief of the Indian Space Research Organisation, said today, September 8th, that the Vikram lander was located by Chandrayaan-2 and efforts to restore contact with the probe will continue for at least 14 days. We have found the location of Vikram lander and surface orbiter has clicked a thermal image of the lander, Severin told the ANI news service in an interview, adding that attempts to communicate with the lander are ongoing. Now, there is a few videos there, the links in chat if you want to watch them. The Vikram lander was silent Friday when it landed on the moon while attempting a first ever landing near the moon's south pole. ISRO lost contact with the Vikram when the lander was just 1.2 miles or 2 kilometres above the lunar surface, facing fears that it may have crashed onto the moon. The Vikram lander is India's first moon lander and carrying the country's first lunar rover called the Pragyan. So what do you think about that?
Can I just ask a quick question? See that the first image on screen, like at the very top, there's like the whole, what looks to be like a really crap generated image of something. Is that the thing that crashed, or is
That's the orbiter.
right? Okay.
That's the orbiter you're seeing. It does look weirdly photoshopped, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks, yeah.
The laser, like the green.
No, wait, hold on. That can't be the orbiter, right? That needs to be the lander, right? Because what's taking the fucking picture,
Aye, that's what I'm
right?
figuring out. Aye.
So that must be like,
Why is it not on the moon then?
is that when
why
they
did
lost
it-
contact with it? Do you know what I mean? Is that a picture of was it that close and they'd lost contact? I don't know. That's a
many
really
questions.
good question. Here's the caption under it. The Indian Space Research Organisation Chandrayaan moon orbiter is shown studying the lunar surface from above in the still image from a video animation. There you go. That's why it looks fake. It's because it's a video
Right, okay.
animation.
Also, hi, Yaldi.
Hey, Yaldi, how you doing, dude?
Right, Yaldi.
So, the ISRO officials have not yet released the Chandran-2 image of Vikram on the lunar surface or described the potential condition of the lander. But they have said that despite the lander's presumed failed moon landing, the craft has already demonstrated key technologies for future missions. Like, they're right, do you know what I mean? Like, you learn from your mistakes. And they've obviously...
Do you think how they lost contact with the guy that was controlling it? He goes, "Guys, I've got an update. Is it alright if I do an update?" And no one answered him, so he pressed the update, and then it just went crashing down. He's like, "Uh-oh." Call tech support right now.
Oh, I made a boo-boo.
Have you turned it off and on? Aye, but it's not working.
Looks as legit as the American moon landing.
What did you say? We lost contact. Can't hear you.
That'd have been brilliant. That'd have been brilliant watching the live stream. They're like, we've lost contact with the rover, and somebody just went, "What?" Like,
They just go,
man.
and it's like cut to break, and it's like this is a live stream, and they just put gone for lunch or something like that in front of the camera.
You can just imagine a Scottish space station, can't you, man? It just comes up on the screen, signal lost, and then some cunt, like every cunt goes, and then some cunt buckles in the corner and goes, it's just a gif.
It's like, "Oh lads, we've seen the moon," and it's like someone just mooning the camera.
Oh,
Somebody's making a comment about the crater in the middle.
We need to make this happen now.
Aye, and like, I really should read the captions as we look at an image, because that was quite bad. Right, Yaldi, you made your point, right? We'll read the captions in future. But one of the main reasons, like when I first found out India were doing this, right, they've been doing it over, like, it's been 6 or 7 months they've been doing this. It wasn't the way the Americans done it. They didn't just launch a rocket and go straight for the moon, right? They put this fucking thing in space, this vehicle in space, and they basically put it around an orbit of the Earth, and every time it reached its perigee, which is the height of its orbit, where it reaches its fastest point, they added more speed to it, so as it went into a higher orbit, and a higher orbit, and a higher orbit. They'd done that every time at perigee. And then when it eventually caught into the moon's orbit, they done it the opposite way. So when it reached its perigee, they turned it round and fired it in the opposite direction. So as the propulsion was going in the direction it was flying, to slow it down, and that's what took it down. So it took them months to get up there, and that's why they didn't send people. Another reason why they didn't send people is because of the lunar regolith, which I was telling you guys about beforehand. Now that's pretty cool. One of the reasons we've not been to the moon is because of the fucking dust on the moon. It's been up there without any moisture for millions of years, being pulverised with all these space rocks. It's so fine and so sharp, and it's fucking so hard. It's like crystals, it's like fucking diamonds, do you know what I mean? And we can't send people up because we've no got a material that's hard enough, that rips through Kevlar, it rips through fucking steel, do you know what I mean? It rips through all these things, but you can't make fucking a space suit out of fucking heavy steel because you can't get it up there. Do you know what I mean? It's like, we need Viagra for our rockets if we're gonna fucking do you know what I mean?
Captain, I'm just adding more Viagra, and he's just like in space, just pushing it in. He's like, "It's not going in, sir. How are we gonna do this?"
Yaldi's like that fucking getting pushed in SquareGo to SquareGo the moon. You could just imagine that, two Scottish guys, man, two Scottish astronauts when they get up there and they're just like that. Yeah, sneaked a bottle of wine, and the other one's like that. "Oh, so did I." And every cunt in mission control's like, "Oh no, they've got fucking Bucky, man. They better not go there and talk to that English crew." If you're fucking walking there the moon like that to the English cunts.
Like you can just imagine like that one person is like, it's like, "We're just making connection now with the people, with the Scottish lads." Everyone's just pissed, and there's like one guy that's got like a random cone on his head. He's like, "How the fuck did you find that?"
It's just cutting about with a cone in his head, man.
Glasgow Central.
Try to make a fucking snowman out the fucking moon dust.
They're cutting themselves as well. It's like,
Making dust angels.
That's what I was just thinking, making dust angels.
What we need,
snowball fight.
what we need instead of Glasgow Central, train station. It's Glasgow Central Space Station.
Do you know there's actually Virgin are planning a spaceport for Scotland, and it's meant to be Europe's spaceport. They want it to
please,
be
they
in
can
Scotland.
barely handle my fucking internet. How are they going to handle that?
They started building their first spaceport in America, but it's obviously hitting fucking glitches and stuff like that, and production slowed down. But they first started their first spaceport in America, and they want one in Europe, and then they want one Manchuria, like up the back of China, and then you've got your 3 spaceports for over the world. But it's pretty fucking cool. Do you know what I mean? Like space, it's no. They don't mean spaceports like places for like NASA. What a spaceport is to take us to space. Do you know what I mean? You pay maybe like fucking 4 times the amount of a holiday or something. You pay like 80 grand or something. Do you know what I mean? You save up for 10 years to go on a tour.
Corner of your camera just going at that fucking bunny.
I know, right? It's not a bunny, it's Dangly Cow Person. It's the most aptly named teddy in existence.
I have never seen such furious fucking in my life.
He thinks it's one of him. He's like, yes, it's black and white. It's a me. I'm gonna fuck
Can
it.
I just say though, like, see how we were talking about the astronauts? I've no idea why, but just imagining like Scottish astronauts just going, I can see your Moz, who's from here? And then just one person just totally naked, just like, what happened to you? And he goes, that, I drank too much, Bucky.
Cartwheels in space.
Who forgot to flush the toilet?
Alright.
Oh, can you imagine that your toilet get clogged on the space station, man? Like, oh no.
The plunger's just not working because you need gravity for it. It's like, I'm still doing anything.
Right, well, seeing as how we're talking about that, we'll move on to the fact that the Gateway Foundation have plans for a space hotel designed for 100 people per week and planned to be built and opened for 2025. Now that seems heavy fucking unrealistic to me. Do you know what I mean? It takes them about 5 years to build a hotel round the corner next to a motorway and a train station where they can get the stuff off the train to build their hotel nice and easy. Do you know what I mean?
Never mind fucking space.
Never mind a fucking space station. Die, fuck off, man.
Fucking bricklayers are dangerous enough down here. What the fuck are they going to do up on the moon?
You can still just imagine like the whole construction crews there with like a massive yellow barrier with like it's still in progress and everyone's just.
What does a builder's bum look like in a spacesuit? I know, I can just imagine like fucking the brickies in orbit like that, and then fucking they put their trowel down and it just floats away and they're like, fuck.
It's like the apprentice is for some odd reason out in space and they go, what have you done? It's like, he's fine. And then the rope snaps. He's like, well, we need a new apprentice. I
watch a YouTube channel called Science and Futurism with Isaac Arthur, right? And he does a lot of work with like NASA and Elon Musk and SpaceX and stuff like that. He does a lot of work with them in the like philosophical department. Like, what sort of ideas do you think are good ideas for space travel? He's not the guy that makes them, and the ideas he came up with was making like human being type robots. See the way you've got that robot in Japan that can walk upright and that now they've finally figured all that stuff out. Well, imagine you could see we've got VR technology. Imagine you could have somebody linked VR, the way you play VR, except it's to a robot on the outside or in like a big construction site in space, and that's up there acting the human stuff, the stuff that we need a human being to do, but it's VR. And
that would be pretty awesome.
Do you know what I mean? Like, that's what they're thinking, but they could only do it up to a certain distance away from the Earth. And then do you know what I mean? Because as soon as your time lag starts to become a problem, do you know what I mean? If like it's taking it 3 seconds to reach you, the signal, and then 3 seconds to go back, when you see that thing going past the drone, it went past 6 seconds ago, and when you go to grab it, it's already away. So they need to they'd maybe have to build a space station right next to it and have the people in there with the VR stuff on. But I think that's a really good idea for how to build stuff in space. So, like, 2025, not a fucking chance in my eyes. Not a chance. We've not got the technology yet.
Yardley's just going for it in chat.
It's wonderful, isn't it?
It is.
Space looks weird now.
Fuck, I'm sure Jimmy's wife, Jimmy, whose wife cheated on him in space with Space Chad, whose space ejaculate hit him in the eye, isn't going to lose the space plot and smash open their space window with a space weapon.
Space looks weird now. I see basically what Yaldi's just done there, right? See if I had to sit and do that to my arm would eventually become numb. And I'm just tapping it.
Right.
I would eventually get a dead arm. Well, see if you say the same word over and over and over and over again. See those neurons in your brain that are assigned to that word? It's just like doing that to it. And they eventually become numb.
Space.
And then, like, you've had that feeling before? Like, I know the word space means that, but why does it mean that? It doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound as if that should be the word for that. Like,
Why is it looking at me like that?
Aye, why does it looking at me like that? It's because those neurons they've basically got a dead arm in your brain for that word. That's how that works. So don't say the same word over and over again. You damage your brain.
I've done that.
Worse than drugs.
Yeah.
Everything's worse than drugs. Drugs are good. Just ask
Maybe
Kyle.
Scots wanting you to do drugs.
Mate, try to tell me you don't take a paracetamol when your head's not. You get a sore head in it, no? See?
No,
It's
I'm
you,
allergic.
it's your own brain will go to your own places. I didn't mean bad drugs. I mean like fucking penicillin and shit, antibiotics and that.
Penicillin will kill me.
Penicillin will kill you.
I'll get anaphylactic shock if I have penicillin.
What? So
shit.
like mouldy bread can kill you.
Probably. No, not quite moldy bread, but
But that's basically what penicillin is.
it's refined mold, aye, but
Can I just say, there's fucking like COD just going, I've got the perfect way to get rid of SquareGo gamers.
one half. No. There's another one of me.
Just leave a loaf out for like 8 days until the mould's under the surface, but it's not quite on the surface yet, and be like, James, we want a piece.
Aye, I brought my own.
Bastard.
Oh, it's not gluten free. I already want to kill you.
So I really like the concept of a space hotel. I'd like it to be 2025, so as I'm not too old and like the rocket trip will not kill me and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? But
Here's a question: if there is a space hotel, right, when they make it and everything, how would they have their own like artificial gravity? Like, would you be able to walk around, or would you be able to like Superman all over the fucking place? Because I'd rather be Superman than
there
all
will be
over the place.
it'll be like a coin. It'll be like a fucking coin they make, and the coin will rotate, and in the coin there'll be these big tubes running around it, and there'll be like there'll be like floors to a hotel, but there'll be big circles, right? And see, the lower you go down, the more gravity it'll have. So the further, do you know what I mean? So there's different parts of the space station where you can go. There'll be a moon gravity ring, an earth gravity ring, and that's where people will stay and sleep and do the toilet and stuff like that. They'll do it on the earth gravity ring with earth gravity. And they use centrifugal force, so it's spin. And because they're spinning, they're going out to the outside and they're getting pushed onto the outside of the space station, and it feels like gravity, right? And they'll have the earth gravity ring, the moon gravity ring, the Mars gravity ring, and the zero gravity ring. Do you know what I mean? So they'll have, obviously the zero gravity ring will be there. What's the point in going to space if you don't get to fly about like Superman? That's why we want to fucking go, right? Do you know what I mean? That's why people want to go to space and they want to look out the window and shit themselves. Like, I really don't think people are ready to look out their window and see the Earth. But maybe people are ready to see the Earth because it gives you something to look at and focus at, right? But see why the things that makes the ocean so scary, being under the ocean surface, is there is no fucking horizon. It's one of the scariest things that a human being can experience is not seeing a horizon. Is it an horizon or a horizon?
A horizon.
Horizon.
So that's why the scariest things a human being can experience is having no horizon. So imagine you're looking at the opposite window and there's no horizon. People are going to come back fucked in the head. Do you know what I mean?
Can we start a petition that the first people we send to the space hotel is flat earthers?
No.
They'll still come back and say the Earth was flat. They'll say that it was the window. They'll come back and they'll hold a glass bottle at the bottom of a glass bottle up to you, and they'll be like, "Look, see how it makes the television round when you look through the bottle. Look! The windows are fucking glass bottle bottoms." Do you know what I mean?
The moon's also flat as well. And it's like, no, the moon's flat, mate. It's like, oh, is it? Aye. now.
It's like everywhere we look in the universe, everything's spherical, and these cunts think that Earth's been here like a fucking rebellious child like that. Not
Yaldi says the moon is a JPEG.
Moon's a JPEG. Ah, fuck.
Exactly right.
So is there anything else you guys want to bring up and talk about? Because it's just 10 o'clock. We've got time for some more stuff if you've got it.
9 o'clock, is it?
10 o'clock.
I thought you said 9 o'clock.
I can
you
think of
did.
it.
You said 9, but
Oh,
hey,
did I?
who cares?
We know what you meant.
Alright, fair enough. Fuck yous.
I've got one for you if you
Aye, go for
want
it.
to. Let me just put it in chat here on Twitch.
Oh, I don't like this.
Here we go. So, we were speaking about it earlier.
Oh,
He
yeah.
said he wants to speak about this. So, volunteers polish giant's erection by
Right, no,
hand.
no. The reason I wanted to talk about this, right, is because like this is because people do this thing, right, and like I said it going to Insomnia that what I think we should do is Indie Scots. There was this big hillside, and I was like, we should totally fucking write Indie Scots on the side of that hill. And they're like, no. And I was like, but cunts will make sure it's alright. They'll look after it. They'll fucking make sure it's alright. They'll be like, that's awesome. Cunt's done that. That's ours. That's a thing of national pride. We need to look after that. I mean, look, this is a giant with a fucking massive penis. And fucking cunts are out fucking stroking it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, fuck's sake. Like,
Do you think that, like, at dark, like, do you think they'll mix, like, I don't know...
look at
glow
this
in the
guy
dark
carrying
paint
a
with it or
sack to
something?
make sure the sack's okay. The giant sack. Do you know what I mean? It's like fucking...
The correlation is outstanding.
It is. I mean, if you actually look at the pictures beneath it as well, it actually shows you pictures of the whole thing.
Oh my god.
No. Can we take a
It's just-
second, right? Can we look at the captions of the pictures? They're fucking amazing.
Right, okay.
A group of men...
Right,
Volunteers,
So-
volunteers work on what? I can't even read that. Giants shafted balls.
The next ones are even better. The next ones are better. Keep going. Trust me.
A man
Dozens
scrubs
of volunteers
vigorously
will
on
be
the.
working on sculpting up the giant.
This picture here says a man scrubs vigorously on the giant's figure that is believed to have been there since the 17th century. I had to lean forward to read that. I thought it says
Hang
bell
on,
end.
here's the next one.
The next one's it.
Ready,
The next
ready
one's
to
fuck off.
unload his sack. He is one of many volunteers. I would just love the ready
Oh
to
my
unload his
God.
sack.
And Mans brings a deposit of the white stuff ready to spruce up the giant.
Oh my god.
They had a fucking blast with this article.
Two volunteers focus on the giant's appendage while others concentrate on the abs. It doesn't have any abs, it's got ribs. Oh my god. Oh, that is
A group of men
ridiculous.
get ahead with the work as they pile in more of the white stuff.
Dozens
Oh,
of
that's
volunteers will be working on sprucing up the giant. Right, that one's shite. Weather has taken its toll on the whatever giant, and it needs fresh chalky white deposits every 10 years. Do you know what I mean? You could just picture it. Indie Scots.
So,
And then a big
aye, I was
cock
just
at
about
the
to say,
end
so,
of it.
like,
Do you know
we're
what I
just gonna
mean?
Have, like, we're just gonna have Indie Scots and like someone. It's like we go to like fucking B&Q. It's like, do you have any like 18 tons of chalk, mate? It's like, why do you want that? No reason, no reason.
I've got a hell of a presentation to make.
It's about chalk. It's like a 20-minute like thing.
It's a 20-minute thing, but I'm just going to put some chalk into a machine and just let it blow in the air and see what it creates.
It's
See,
not
I'm
too
doing a
late to
thing for,
leave
like,
now.
I'm doing a thing about McDonald's about how drugs are bad.
But drugs
This
aren't
is
they
your
bad?
brain
We've just
on
had
drugs.
that discussion.
Shut up, you alky.
Bit blunt.
Oh, right. I think that's all we've got time for. Do you guys want to play Jackbox or anything like anybody in chat up for that? We got to do that tonight? Or is everybody bailing?
I'm gonna finish editing, so sorry.
I can, because I've got college in the morning and I'm fucking knackered. But can I just say that picture is so creepy?
The wee 9-year-old. Absolute Scottish.
Aye.
It's quality, isn't it? There
He
he's there.
looks
There
like
he's there,
he's
nice
got a
and big
square
for you.
head. He looks like a GTA character. No, he looks like one of the Spider-Man people from.
Oh my
the
god,
Spider-Man.
even worse. Oh my god.
But right, thank you very much for watching, guys. I will put Jackbox on for a wee hour. That's what we'll do. When this stream finishes, we'll bring it straight back up and play Jackbox, right? But thank you very much. Point the right way, point the right way. Thank you very much to Absolute Scottish.
Was that the right way?
Yes, I pointed the right way, yes.
It was,
Yes! But just
No
for joining us, dude. And you were a gorgeous child, by the way. And I don't mean that in a creepy way. I don't mean that in a creepy way.
Cheers for that.
Chaos Monkey, thank you for joining us. How you doing, son?
Thank you very much.
Just done the
Not
podcast.
bad.
Cheers for joining us, dude. Pleasure having you.
Yeah, thank you.
And
Thanks for having
SquareGo Gamers, the creepy man above me. Do the creepy
Not a
face
problem.
on the outro.
Throw mouldy bread at him. Throw mouldy bread at him.
But yes, cheers for joining us, boys, and girl in chat as well. And we'll see you all in a couple of minutes for some Jackbox. Bye.
See you later.
Bye.
I don't use my stream deck for the full stream, and then I click the outro button, and it takes 3 seconds to make it up.
network on Scots.
I totally forgot one thing about this. I should have said I got the new Xbox Gears of War thing.
Build this network on Scots with soul.
Nah, well.
It's fine now.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That was